was walking back from Tesco, I had one headphone in. Somebody told me to pause it. As soon as I paused it, I just felt the urge to turn around, and I just see like a guy who was my height but big and in a puffer jacket, and because it's dark here, it was just a shadow, and I was already just like, I'm just not in anyone's mood, and something about my spirit made me turn. I was like, someone's staring at me, and then I just keep walking. Tell me why I hear hoo 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 hoo. He started doing the fucking Kill Bill whistle and speeding up, and so I was just, and I was thinking, do I run? But I was like, I'm going to look ridiculous if I run. But I was really, really braced to fight. And I'm like, there's certain games you don't play. Because why would you do that? Why would you pick now to do this fucking whistle? Because if I turn around now and I start running towards you, what then?
No, because this is it. And I feel like you need to actually start flipping the script on people who want to play these reindeer games. Because like, all right, you might expect me to run away, but what about run toward?
Yep. Yep. Also, I'm so obsessed with this reindeer. Can you explain what reindeer games are?
Listen, if you know lore, you know. If you know a game, you know. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I can't even remember the song.
He had a very shiny nose.
Yeah. But they wouldn't let him play any of the reindeer games. And then once they realized he was useful, he didn't want to play the reindeer games. And that's where I am, okay? I'm not playing your fucking reindeer games. So...
What a metaphor.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what it means. I heard a babe say it and I was like, that is so fab. And it's just entered my vocabulary.
The thing is, it's a phrase that I would like to insert into my lexicon, but like, I don't think I fully grasp what the
meaning.
Yeah, so
that's why my vocabulary that's why my vocabulary is so wonderful, because I don't need to understand the meaning of it. I will just add whatever meaning I feel, and if you don't like it, you can suck my.
Oh, and with that, hi guys, and welcome to Chirpse Hurts with me, your host Glow. If you don't know, then get to know. And today we have a very special guest.
Third time back again. Season 4, baby.
Round 3.
First guest.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
How have you been, my love?
I've been good. It's been a whole roller coaster.
Yep.
Up, down, left, right, every type of something. But, you know, we made it.
Nigga, we made it.
The
fact that we're sitting down on these couches, on these chairs right now.
Yeah.
In matching outfits, which were not done on purpose. I just feel like this we've come full circle.
Yeah. Because this is the year of full circle for real. Like, I mean, Glow knows I was in his room the other day crying, happy tears about how full circle my life has actually come, and yours too.
Yeah.
When we met, how long have we been friends? Like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
When we met, you could not have told me that we were. When we met, on the 1st of January 2025, if you told me that by December, by 2026, we would be living together.
Yeah. In a house that we like.
Yeah. In a house that we like, with people that we like.
Here we fucking go.
No, I like the housemates.
No, we like our housemates.
Yeah.
It's just that of our housemates, I would say we are the 2 most domestically competent people.
I agree.
So if the sink is a mess, it's never because of us. If the kitchen is not clean, it's never because of us.
Has never been. I think the way that I've always operated and the way that I generally operate is my room could be a pigsty, dog tip, any type of anything. You will never see a lick of my rubbish outside my door.
Yeah, and you know what that's called? Consideration.
Literally.
Something that a lot of people like. And you know what, that actually brings me on to a point that I've been thinking on for like the last few months since I haven't been podding. I don't think that people actually understand the meaning of the word community.
I agree. I would have to agree.
Yeah.
We live with all black queer people now.
Mm-hmm.
They're the main ones being like, oh, community. Where were you on January 6th, 2020?
Go, shut the hell up.
No, I just find it interesting to watch because I think a lot of the people who scream community aren't necessarily the people who are actively in the community or partaking in the community. And the people who just silently go about their business and want to help out their neighbor are more pro-community than anyone who is out there being like, we don't have safe spaces anymore, we don't have communicators. Because what are you doing about it?
Yeah.
Nothing? Complaining? Oh.
Yeah. And like, I was really thinking about, and like, I don't think that this is like a thing to do with specific people. I generally think like most people who I would describe as kind, good-hearted people are not considerate people. Because to be considerate, like the literal definition, to be considerate is to consider other people when you are making decisions. So for example, like if I'm going to be in the kitchen and whatnot, the reason I'm cleaning up after myself isn't, I mean, I like being clean anyways, but it's not for my convenience. It's that I'm considering how my actions will have a ripple effect on other people's days, schedules, lives, energy.
Yeah.
And that is something that is always at the forefront of my mind. Maybe because I was a very anxious person growing up, quite an anxious child. And, you know, I think being aware of other people helps mitigate anxiety in social scenarios because you can plan for other people's reactions. Especially being from a household where my mum's reactions were so emotionally volatile and so unpredictable and sometimes so stressful, I would plan around her. So I think that's why I'm more disposed to it. But I really would like us all in 2026, because it's 2026 now, we really need to take a look at ourselves and be like, am I a considerate person? And for most of you, if your answer is yes, I promise you're lying to yourself. Because if you're able to go about your day and, you know, not be, you know, actively disruptive to people, not be aggressive, not be an antagonist, but if you are not thinking about other people, strangers, people you live with, people that you talk to in your actions, you're not considerate enough. And that's fine, but just know it. Actually, it's not fine. It's not fine. We all have to do better.
I think here's my thing. I would consider myself to be a considerate person, but I am also a pushover. I'm also like, just, it's one of those things where like, I do consider myself to be considerate, but it's because I'm actively afraid of conflict. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's like you're planning for the conflict, so you're trying to avoid it by being
considerate.
Which I think is how, honestly, I would say how a lot of people learn to be considerate. People who come from, you know, stressful backgrounds tend to end up being kinder people or seeming kinder because they have built the tools to be considerate. I think it's something that you have to practice, like literally asking yourself, me doing this, how will it affect other people? And ask it for everything.
Also, I do think that there is an element that even I forgot in saying what I just said, or like in just my life of, I don't, like, sometimes it does just feel nice to make sure that someone's okay, or to like, to be considerate in that way where it's like, you don't need an award, you don't need a round of applause, you don't need shit. You just be nice or helpful or hold the door open. Because those little things are also being considerate. Washing someone else's dishes, that's also being considerate in a way that we both were when we entered the house.
Yeah.
Don't know if we're that way now, but...
No, I think I've decided that I still am. I think I'm somebody that I'm perfectly comfortable washing dishes. It is not a task. To me, it's not a task. It is like a completely neutral, sometimes positive thing. And I know that for me to have the kind of kitchen that I want to have, it might mean washing a few more dishes. And also, I think I've been a bit more lax on this recently because there was a point where I took a hard stance. I stopped washing other people's dishes for 2 weeks and the kitchen was fucking atrocious. Yeah. If any of my housemates will listen to this now, the way that you guys left the kitchen when I was not washing the dishes was fucking disgusting, embarrassing. And... yeah.
We should let's move on from this topic because I feel like we talk about this enough in real life.
Yeah, that's true. But I'll just say an example of consideration is a bunch of our housemates have travelled, and I know that like certain housemates were like doing a lot of like last minute packing and didn't necessarily get to do the things the way they wanted.
Let's change the topic because I knew you were about to bring up.
People didn't necessarily get a chance to like pack in the way that they would have wanted to, which then had a ripple effect on other things. For example, you know, people leaving their dishes in the sink when they went on holiday anyways.
It's crazy because it's like they didn't know they were going on holiday.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that they did.
But one of the first things, I mean, you were there with me, but one of the first things that I did when I got home from work after settling is I went and checked the bedrooms of two of the housemates who have, actually no, all three, who have gone on holiday, because I was like, because I know that they were leaving in a rush, they might not have left things in their rooms as they would have wanted to. We found Thingy's window open, and then I took out his bin because he's having a subletter. And then my other housemate, I ended up cleaning her room for her because that room, it was giving
Baby,
a
and my thing is,
tornado
I
flew
feel like
around the room before you came.
No, I feel like she's going to watch this. But we will have spoken to her by that point.
I've already spoken to her. It's generally no shade. I was just like, I would like to clean your room for you because it will make your life easier when you get back from holiday. Because coming back from holiday to a disorganized room can be so stressful. And that's community.
And it's also the biggest part of coming back when you're like, you walk in and you're like, oh, I don't even want to be here. Like, it's because you left your room a mess. Like, it's the weather and stuff too. But when you walk into your own home, into your own bedroom, and you don't feel like you're at home, or you don't feel like you want to be in your own home, that's you. That's a you problem, baby.
It's actually hell and horror.
Because I go like to work. I go on holiday. I went to Jamaica. Like, I go places and I come back and I walk into my room and I'm like, I'm home. I can rest. Not this. I don't want to be here. Shit. That shit happens when I come off the plane, but when I hit my house, it's meant to be peace.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Yeah. Wait, so, because I guess this was kind of the how am I section. How are you, baby?
How am I? Do you know what? I'm delighted to say that I am the best I've ever been. I love it here.
Yeah.
I'm so at peace.
Yeah.
I think obviously the last episode of the podcast before we took a break was your episode.
Yes.
So much has changed since then. We did not expect that we were going to move in together.
Yeah.
My birthday was in May, and due to like basically my mum crashing out multiple times and just her behavior becoming more and more unacceptable and intolerable.
Yes.
I was just like, oh, I either have to kill myself or I have to get out of this house. And I like myself
Very
too
glad
much.
that you chose the second one there.
Girl, I like myself way too much.
I like you too much to let you die.
Oh, I like you too. We should be friends. And yeah, I literally managed to move out on, I think it was the 8th of June. I started this job in May, moved out in June, which is obviously the start of summer. So I had planned to settle a lot earlier, but I think I've only just properly settled into my new life because summer was summer. And so like it's
Outside,
only been...
there was people throwing parties in the house.
Oh my God, yeah.
Our house was an event space.
Let's talk about that. So,
months, guys.
Without going into too much detail, we live in a very big house.
Yes.
We live in a very big house with a lot of like open space in it. So it's quite ideal for like social events. And during summer, one of the initiatives that we had in our house was like hiring out our house for events to, bring profit back to the house, help us develop the house. And honestly, I loved it because I think it was a social element that I really needed. I think I'm someone who, I have a very colorful social life. You are a very big part of it. But I think because it's usually on my terms, I don't often get to do things necessarily outside of my comfort zone. And so it was a thing of like, oh yeah, this party is going to happen on this day, giving you guys a heads up. I mean, that's if they gave us a heads up. Giving you guys a heads up, and then I would just have to like it or lump it, which was good because it meant that if I didn't want to socialize with people, I would either have to mentally prepare so that like I would stay in my room, which means that, you have to get certain stuff done by the time the party starts. Or if you don't want to be there, just don't be in the house, which you did at least on one occasion.
I did it the very final time, which I didn't
That
realize
was
going to be the final time.
the joint birthday, right?
Yeah. And that was just a thing of, to be fair, I already had plans for that day and people kept inviting me to a party that was in my house without, no one really asked me if I was okay with having the party in the house. They just told me there was going to be a party in the house. And the people who were throwing the party, love them bad, but they don't actually live in the house. They agreed with someone else in the house that they could have a party in the house.
Do you know what? Let's actually talk about that party. Let's talk about that party.
No, because I wasn't there is the point. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I already had plans. And then when it kind of came to time for, we were like watching Sex in the City and drinking wine. And when it came time to go, one of my friends who lives about 25 minutes from our house, I was just like, babe, can I stay at your house? Because I already know with the walls shaking and the people don't want to go home and the party's going to end at 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, whatever time.
We actually had a party that ended at 11 a.m. in this house.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And listen, I know I'm known for being outside, but the glow you know is not the glow that exists today. I am a home motherfucking buddy.
Yep.
If you want to see me, you can make an appointment with me in my home.
Yeah.
Damn.
But we do have, I say we. I haven't invited anyone to the house yet. You?
Why are you lying?
Who have I invited to the house? In this iteration of me being here, I've only been here 3 weeks.
Didn't you say?
I was meant to have someone come over today.
Yeah.
He's coming over next week.
Yeah, so you've invited people to the house.
Yeah, but no one's come. Like, I haven't had nobody in the house yet.
Yeah.
But I mean in terms of like socializing. I don't mean like getting my back cracked. That happens. It happens. It happens,
I was like, why are you trying to play Little Miss Virgin?
I'm nearly 30. It happens.
30.
Yes, 30, yes. Yes. Sorry, dick appointments do not count to me as inviting someone to the house. But I mean in terms of like my friends who are not also Glow's friends, which are so few people. So few people in this world. But I haven't really had anyone in the house yet.
Yeah.
A lot of my socializing, because I also haven't really been out, has been either work or, shout out Mariella, by the way.
Oh, Mariella, we love you.
She is one thing that's changed this year, and I love that, babe. She's going to watch this. Love you, shout out Mariella. Anyway, either I go to her house because she's like my work bestie, we're like this, or Glow invites people over and then I just sort of hang out in the room. And it's so much of my socializing. I really love it.
No, real. I'm trying to think.
But it is, because then it makes me feel mean when sometimes someone will come over and I'm like, God, I don't have energy. And because I've just done it for the last however many people that came to the house, I feel so mean of like, especially if it's someone that I do know or that I like, where I'm just like, I don't have energy. I've just come home from like a stressful week at work or a bad day, whatever it is, or sometimes I just don't want to be talked to. And then I can hear, especially because Glow's room is right above the bathroom, so you can hear a little bit in terms of like, I can hear when you laugh from the bathroom. Yeah,
that cackle of mine.
Yes, the cackle. And I will be in the bathroom like, oh, Cleo, you could have just gone up and said hi. But you know when you genuinely in your soul don't feel like it. But it makes me feel bad. So if you've ever come to our house and I've done that, I'm not fucking sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say, what the fuck are you sorry for?
See how I was talking about being people pleaser? Stop this.
Yeah, because I think it's a very nice thing in that, like, if we don't have plans, if you have not made plans with me and you end up in my house, you need to remember that we have not made plans together. So do not expect even a hi from me. Because like, I think even the last few weeks, God bless her, one of my friends was like in a transitional period, like, in terms of like accommodation and stuff, and so often she would be like moving from like Airbnb to Airbnb, and you know, the checkout time and check-in times would be different. So
it's
sometimes
11 and like 3 or whatever.
Yeah, so sometimes she would have to come to my house because it was close to her Airbnb, and it's like a safe space where she can work and like figure her shit out without necessarily like disturbing me. But I think at first it was a thing where I think also I was being a bit of a pushover, because I think at first, because I knew she was coming around and she was going to be in my house, I felt like that meant that I had to attend to her. I had to be her company.
Yeah.
So it meant like letting her in my room, in my space, or like socializing with her when I knew I didn't have the social deposits to give.
Yeah.
And also it meant that it was harder to set boundaries when she was in the house, because it was like, yeah, because I'm one of her closest friends. So it's like, why wouldn't she come and talk to me and say hi?
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, you haven't made a plan with me. You are just using my house as like a pit stop. And so I think in the last few weeks, I've really honed in on those boundaries where it's like, and I think she did a really good job as well. Where it's like, because she's friends with other people in the house. So if she was going to be in the house to do something, I think she stopped making me her port of call. Yeah. I noticed that. She was, because I'm probably, I would say, I'm probably one of the busiest people in the house in terms of when I'm at home, I'm busy. Like I'm being productive. Yeah. And so if she was coming to the house because she had to come to the house, she would usually contact one of my other housemates and be like, hey, is it okay if I come through and da-da-da-da? Which meant that the onus wasn't on me to attend to her. And it also meant that when she would text me and just let me know, like, hey, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be downstairs doing work. Like, if you want to say hi, whatever. And I think that set a very good precedent and taught me ways in which I can instill boundaries in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think one thing about me, when I feel like people are encroaching on my time and space, I get so resentful.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. But I think as a general rule, because we talk about this a lot of like, the general thing that I will tell people about the fact that we're living together and we're living with other people, and people tend to assume like, oh, how is that? That must be hard. Yeah. I can't. I'm just like, every single time, and it's happened so many times, especially since I officially like properly moved in a couple of weeks ago. People are like, oh, that sounds like a lot. And I'm like, no, my friends and the people I live with are so, for the most part, emotionally competent, at least with the things in the house. Like, there is really no reason for us to ever really argue. There might be beef within the house, but it's not.
It's never us.
Yeah, it's literally never us. Like, I'll hear stuff go past, or like, you know, there might be arguments or frustrated conversations at the table. But for the most part, if you've upset me, I'm in my... I will always come to you, but I also feel like, you know, when kids will just be like, stop it, and they're like, their hands are just like, stop it.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. But I'm working on like being like, hey, I don't like that you did that, or I don't like the way this, or I don't like the way this sounded, whatever, and go do the same to me. Yeah. And we just keep it pushing, because we know at the end of the day it's all love. And if there is really no circumstance in which I would feel like, wow, Glo just said that out of spite.
Yeah.
So we're so chill.
No, yeah.
And people always, I think, assume that there's going to be like I could never live with my friends. I'm like, if they were emotionally immature, probably, but like, we're cool.
Yeah, sorry they are. Sorry for your problems, but...
Sounds like your friends suck.
As you know, I feel like the way we kind of like tripped and fell into living with each other was like so nice, because I think it was a thing where I moved out first and was able to have, you know, like that time to myself and figure my shit out, and also build relationships with people in the house, because I knew a few people in the house, but very much like more so acquaintanceships, aside from Cash, who I'd known for like a decade before. But it gave me time to familiarize myself, also regulate my nervous system, get used to my routine, and also, you know, have my friends round if and when I chose. But then there was a vacancy in my house, and you ended up subletting.
It was that, but also we used to live about 10 minutes from each other.
Yeah.
And then Glo moved all the way to Hackney, and I was still in Streatham, and I was so sad.
No, like, do you know how irritating it was to not be able to be like, hey girl, come over?
It was a plan. Like, I couldn't just come. Like, before I used to just be, like, Glo would just be like, oh, come over, and I'd be like, cool, yeah, come in.
Yeah.
Or like, even days where I'll come home from work and come out of the station, and there's two buses. There's one that obviously goes to my house. There's one that goes to Glo's house. And I would have to watch the bus and resist the urge to grab my phone and text you and be like, hey, can I come over?
Yeah.
Or anything like that, because I know that you're not there anymore. And it was sad. And then, vacancy opened up. And I was like, well, let's go. Like,
and because it was a sublet, it really did, and it was during summer as well, so it really did kind of feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing a staycation with my bestie.
Yeah. But also it did get to points where I was like, oh, well, and I was like, you don't live here, girl. Like, you are subletting, but you are going to have to go home eventually. And it kept like, it almost would make me cry sometimes, where I'd just be like, oh, but I'm really happy here. And then I literally left for a month. Like 2 weeks after I had moved out, I saw the babe that I had been subletting from drop a message in a larger group chat that I'm also part of, be like, hey, if anyone knows someone who wants my room. And I messaged her immediately and was like, babe, I want your room. What do you mean? Like, have I not just been there for months? And I think because there was confusion before about the, like a miscommunication before about the moving, she was like, oh, I just didn't think you wanted it. And I was like, no, take all that stuff down. I know you put it all up, take it all down. And it's my room.
Yeah. And now it's your room.
And now it's literally my room. Yeah.
It's your room.
I've actually nearly been there for a month.
That's crazy.
Because I keep putting it in weeks. I'm like, oh yeah, like 2-3 weeks ago, but like it's nearly been a month.
That's
I get paid tomorrow, which is the month. As of recording, obviously. By the time y'all are watching this, I'll have been there 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of months and just transitions and stuff, I have a boyfriend now. I have a boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Me.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. It feels like when Samantha met Aiden.
Yeah, whatever that means.
In Sex and the City.
No,
Yeah. We love Aiden.
I need to rewatch Sex and the City.
We do. We love Aiden. We love Samantha, but she was a bit of a city girl, you know. As much as you could be in the 90s in New York as a skinny white lady. Wait, did I say Samantha? Yeah. I meant Carrie. What am I talking about?
Yeah, because I was like, I feel like...
No, because it was when I went to go say her full name and I was like, Samantha Jones, wait. Bradshaw. And then I was like, Samantha Bradshaw don't make no sense.
To any Samantha Bradshaws out there, you are valid.
You are
and
valid
I stand
and you are
with
seen
you.
and heard. Solidarity with Samantha's everywhere. I'm in the alley.
Whatever that means. But yeah, so yeah, I have a boyfriend now. I'm very happily in love. Do you know what? In the weirdest way, that is quite literally it. In the sense of like, yeah, there are no problems. There have never been any problems. I am at peace. He is at peace.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I will talk about how I first met him. So I'd first laid my eyes upon him that I can recall at my friend's sports day event. My friend was doing a fundraiser and did like a Black Way Sports Day. At the time, I was like talking to / like kind of seeing somebody else. But and I was actually with this person on that day. And then yeah, I almost said his name. I saw my man. My man. My
baby.
I saw my man with one of our mutual friends from a distance. But that day, do you remember how tired we were that day? Because that was after there was a party at our house.
What party was at our house? Because I remember being tired and like hungover and coming down, but I don't remember what party it was that I was at that made me all of those things. I just remember waking up the next day and being like I think I'd told the person who was having the fundraiser like yeah, I'm gonna come and try and help as much as I can, and they were like, you go to bed. And I was like, no, but I want to help.
No, the way we thought, I generally thought I was going to die. Because we thought we were going to be there around 2. We got there like 8:30. And it was like the sun was about to set.
In summer, mind, not in winter where the sun sets at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
It was in summer, the sun was going down. It was pitch black by the time we reached the people then.
Yeah. So I saw my man like in the distance, made a mental note, thought he was cute. Didn't think much of it. Part of me assumed that he was seeing the girl that he was with at the time, because I know her and I know her to be like me, and that she's somebody who feels free to date and like talk to people and whatnot. It wouldn't be weird for her to show up with a nigga. Then
she just like you for real.
No, that's my twin. Like, and then I went to this house party in summer, which was very like. I'm gonna choose my words carefully because I'm friends with the organizers and I actually quite like them and I like their events. I went to one of their events that I was not satisfied with. I had been expecting a particular vibe, especially because we were coming from a day party that had a very like nice, like fun, free, like girls and gays kind of vibe. This house party was like very much like opium niggas, like Playboy Carti, like Lil Uzi Vert kind of niggas, like them underground alternative. Like,
sorry.
She said it, not me. She said it.
I don't know who threw that party All I know is that the niggas at your party was lame.
That's the thing. The party was not lame. The niggas were lame.
No, because this is really what it was. It was like the music was going, and I was like, oh, people are gonna, and nobody moved.
Because they've had parties there for a few times, and I'm like, they have a good setup. It's a nice house. The fact that they have like
the actual party was fine. It was the attendance, which is not your fault.
They have good speakers, setting up speakers outside and inside. They've had live DJs when I've been there. They've had live performances as well. It's a great space. They invited the right amount of people as well. People just weren't partying like they should party.
This is what it is.
There was a bunch of DL fashion niggas, or like trying to like have like nonchalant competitions with each other, like but low-key like checking each other out, and then like competing, but also like being too socially anxious to talk to each other, and then probably judging each other for it. Yeah. So we got tired of that party really quickly. So then, long story short, I made a mental note that this year I'm trying to do things out of my comfort zone. And so because I didn't have a good time, and also I'm someone where I'm like, if I was by myself, I would have had a good time. I was with my friends, and so I was like kind of like internalizing my friends' reactions to the party. But I know that if I was there alone, after like 20 minutes, I would have like mentally adjusted and been like, okay, let's turn up. So I made a mental note, and I was like, do you know what? Next time that these people have an event, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna give it a chance, and I'm gonna like commit to enjoying myself. So I went with my friend Ken, shout out Ken, and one of his friends as well. And okay, you can't say that on here. So I went with my friend, and then like we were making the most of the party. It was like a lot better than that time that we went, and it was good and it was fun. But the only problem was that like the age range was too wide, because there were people like our age, and then there were like 18-year-olds doing Molly for the first time, and I was like, why are there 18-year-olds here? But I guess the people running the party are probably like 23, so it like makes more sense. I'm 26 now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wouldn't have 18-year-olds at my party, but...
Get the fuck out of here, Grandpa!
Yeah, and it was like a lot of like younger friendship groups who were like on hard drugs, which, listen, if I'm at an event, I'm not gonna judge you. Like, do you? Like, I can do me. I'm not like one of them. Oh my God, I guess I'm late 20s now. Well, I'm mid 20s, but 24, 25, and 26, I'm mid 20s. I want to be late 20s, but I would say that out of a range of 10, 26 is mid 20s.
Debate in the comments.
But
no, it's because I remember having this conversation with my sister, and she was like, "You're in your late 20s," and I was like, "I'm in my mid 20s."
No,
she was like, "25 is your mid 20s. You're 26. You're in your late 20s." I was like, "Damn."
No, I always like saying late 20s, but people always correct me. No, I'm mid 20s. But anyways,
to be fair, my sisters.
This is a hater. That's what. Anyways, so I was like, you know what? I tried. The party was fun. I've had my fun. I don't need to be here. Me and my friends, we were about to leave. As we were walking out of the door, I almost said his name. My man and his friend, they're walking in. They walked past us. And literally, it was like, I looked back, and then I looked at my friends, and I was like, we ain't going nowhere. We staying here. And then, I started talking to him. And then the first thing that he ever complimented me on was this necklace. And this is from a very niche Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
I said Chrome of Hearts.
Oh, Chrome Hearts. No, yeah, it's from the video game Kingdom Hearts, and it's like one of those things that people, if you don't know the game, you don't know the game. Like, it's not like Mario, where if you've never played a video game in your life, you still know Mario.
You're still familiar with the character
and so I was like taken aback by the fact that he recognized it, and then we were talking about a party that you and I plan to host. Which is
still coming, guys. I'm going to do it for my birthday. Yeah. I think because I just need, I don't know.
No,
it's still coming.
No, we still have to do it. I'm so happy to do it the way that we originally planned it, as like a joint birthday thing.
It's just that a lot of the venue stuff started going a bit haywire.
Yeah. So we keep sidetracking. Yeah.
Continue.
So then he mentioned that the party is gonna be based on Blade, basically. And then he mentioned that he'd never seen it, and then I was like, oh, we have a projector in my house if you want to come watch it sometime. And then we ended up kissing that night, as you do. And I remember waking up to like good morning paragraph, and I was like, I mean, me and my avoidant self, I was like, I ain't never did that before. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? What the helly?
What the helly?
I was like, and then I was like, huh. And like, since then, we've just had like really good communication and like started seeing each other pretty soon after that. Had a few very, very, very nice dates. And I'm someone where I tend to know quite soon. I can tell from like initial meeting if you are going to be my boyfriend or not. Like every time I've met, even times when I've just seen someone on Hinge, I'm like, oh yeah, that's my next boyfriend. It's not because I'm like, I really want them to be my next boyfriend. It's just like, I'll see you and I'll be like, oh yeah, like that's my next boyfriend. I just know. And with him, I was like, I actually didn't know when I first met him. I was like, okay, because I think in my head I decided that I didn't want to date anymore. Because that was after the. I'm gonna beat that up. Yeah.
I was like, that's very brave of you.
But with him, things just fell into place like quite quickly, and I was like, "Oh wait, you are like the exact sort of person that I should date and that I want to date and that I feel safe with." And yeah, it's just been great since. I miss him so bad. I saw him last night, but I miss him so bad already. And
we're seeing him in 2 days.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're seeing him in 2 days. But yeah, I love him. My friends love him. He loves me. He loves my friends.
Yeah, love him bad. Shout out Chloe's man.
Yeah. Most of you probably would have seen the hard launch that we did. We did like a photo shoot together in my kitchen.
It was so cute. And it was in the month that I was not in the house. Otherwise, I would have been part of it.
Yeah.
I felt so like, it looked so cute. And I was like, I wish that I had been there for that as well. Because it looks really, really cute.
There's always more photo shoots.
Yeah, but that one was special.
Yeah.
I'm like their cat. So I wanted to be part of it.
It was so interesting because when I posted that shoot, I mean, because I knew that it was going to be my hard launch and that, like, obviously it's just a shoot, but it's a shoot where I'm kissing my boyfriend. And yeah, like, so I knew that I wanted to post it. I knew that I was ready. I was very happy with the photos, but I didn't really know how to emotionally or mentally prepare myself for like the aftermath because as long as most of you have known me, I haven't had a boyfriend. I've dated people. I date. But people, I'm not necessarily known for being with one consistent person. Not that I'm a whore, but yeah. And so I kind of didn't really know what to expect, especially because there'd been people that, I mean, summer had just happened. There are people that I had been talking to. There are mutuals and stuff that I'd had like, you know, ongoing like casual flirtationships with, or people that I had loose plans with to like hang out or hook up or go on dates and whatnot. And it was kind of sort of a thing of like, I was like, let me just drop the thing and like everyone can like let the chips fall where they may. Let people figure shit out. When the response was, you know, overwhelmingly positive, I got a lot of messages from like old flames or people that I've talked to that were just like, I'm really happy for you. Like, you guys look so beautiful. Like, and like, you know, I can always tell when something's coming from bad spirit. I only got one that was bad spirit, but that was even just, I don't think that they knew that they were being bad spirit. I think that they felt uncomfortable and were overcompensating with niceness.
I get that. I'm curious to see because you are the socialite and because you have the following. I was always kind of curious about like what the actual response was because again, we weren't living together when the hard launch actually dropped. So I didn't get to, because usually I will just walk into Glow's room and we will have a key or we'll have a catch up or we'll like whatever. And it will be very much like live, what is it called? Real time.
Yeah.
Like real-time updates, kind of on what the other is thinking for the most part, right? But I wasn't there. So I didn't get that for what I would call like one of the most important like points of that. So I've always wondered what the what the actual response was. But I'm like, my thing is, even if it was bad, they don't know him.
Like,
they don't know him.
Like,
they don't really know you.
My man.
Like,
yeah.
But I was always curious about that because I'm like, we will touch on this more like later, maybe, but straight people could never. And you already know that.
Yeah.
Imagine any of the men that I've seen this year or talked to, imagine any of them like posted a hard launch with someone right now, especially the most recent one.
If the...
I would exactly. I would. Ooh, yeah. This is why all my exes are blocked on social media. So
Yes, it's definitely been interesting, and like, I think going into my relationship, crazy. And going into my relationship, I was definitely thinking about stuff like that a lot. I'm like, my man is somebody who has only, in his words, not mine, he only started living last year. And he has only...
what is it called? Bright Eyes. This is the first day of my life. Do you know that song? I love that song. Sorry, but that was what it reminded me of.
But yeah, he only started living last year, and so I know that like a lot of my like social dynamics are very nuanced, and a lot of my social life is very nuanced. And so I was prepared for him to have to deal with like being uncomfortable with some of my interactions with certain people, because for some people it was just like, some people replied to my post in my DMs were just like, oh my god, y'all look so good together, like, oh, like I'm sad we didn't get to like lips or hook up, but like, do you know what, I'm happy for you. And I was just like, oh, but
didn't even realize you were feeling that way. Glad you're sad that happened.
yeah I don't know if I'm gonna keep that in. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so anyways, yeah, very happy. I had really wholesome conversations with some old flames where they were just like, do you know what, like knowing you and like knowing why our situation didn't work out, you know, in situations where the other people weren't emotionally ready or mature enough, like they've been like, yeah, do you know what, I'm so happy for you. Like I had my ex came around the other day for a catch up, because we are good friends, and like we have not seen each other for months because they're an idiot. And we recently like rekindled our friendship and like hung out, and like after the hangout they messaged me, were just like, it was so nice hanging out with you and like hearing you talk about your man, like you like it seems really, really healthy, and like you seem really, really happy, and I'm really happy for you, and like you deserve it, like. And even just like having those kind of like affirmations from people that have dated me and fumbled me is nice, because it's just like, yeah, we didn't work out because we didn't work out, and you knowing me, you now seeing that I'm in a relationship that you know is fulfilling based on the reasons that we failed, that's really validating for me. I love that people that I've dated want to meet my man and are like supportive and positive. I love that I can exist in a world where my man can know that I'm gonna go hang out and play video games with my exes and it not be that deep. I love it. I feel like the last few months I've like really had a lot of important conversations, because you guys know there's nothing that I love more than a clarifying conversation. I've had like a lot of clarifying conversations with people that I've dated in the last few years. I've had those in like the last few months, and I feel like I've come full circle in that I've gotten everything off my chest. They've gotten everything off their chest. I feel like I'm in the best place to like have healthy like acquaintanceships, friendships and whatnot with these people. And yeah, I'm really excited for the future. To 2026 and to Buzzball.
2026, baby.
My first Buzzball's finished. I'm gonna top it up.
I got this. I'm waiting for the never have I ever before I start.
The realization yesterday, had a breakthrough. So at the time of filming, it is currently 2025. It is the end of the year. Yeah. So don't read into timings too much. But yeah, yesterday, so you know the episode that I had with Adechi Atelier, the couple?
Yes.
Right, so in that episode, that was filmed around March, and that was like in the midst of my bromance with a certain somebody. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when I was part of the reason that it took so long for me to drop the end of season 3 of the podcast is because that episode was the one that was coming next, and I just found it so hard to put out. Because in the episode, I was talking a lot about this bromance that I had with a certain friend, and you know the ways in which I was reflecting on like qualities that they have that I want in my future partners, and comparing them to my ex, and you know having a crush on them, and like the fact that we would go on dates. We were dating. That is dating. We were dating. Like it was his birthday recently, and I mentioned how much I was cringing at that episode to him, and he was just like, "Yeah, why wouldn't you cringe?" And I was like, "Yeah, because it feels like it feels like hearing myself talk about me and him as two people who are in denial about the fact that they're dating. It felt very frustrating to watch. It felt like a miscommunication plot from a rom-com, which I have always thought that I was above miscommunication plots because I never miscommunicate. But yeah, it was a real big humbling realization for both of us. I was just like, we did date.
Yeah.
But you know what? Deep down, it wasn't a realization for me. I've always thought that we dated. I was just too scared to admit what it was because my fear was that if I admitted what it was and like I tried to claim that and validate that him still going through the early stages of him like coming to terms with his sexuality, I was worried that I would be like, hey, this is dating. And he would be like, what are you talking about? Like, we're just bros. Like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
And it would crush me. And I would have had to kill him. But no, because I would have had to kill him.
I don't believe you, but
I think I would have crashed out.
Just missed a phone call.
Oh.
I don't care.
Whoever just phoned my friend, fuck you. Actually, or maybe not fuck you if it's family.
No, family.
But yeah. So I guess I dated my friend.
My thing is, you very often
No, finish that sentence.
No.
Finish it.
No. But
Finish it.
I have definitely seen, and this is one of those situations, people maybe take the piss, in my personal opinion, or not be what I would consider to be what you deserve out of a person. And it frustrates me literally every single time that you are just like, no, but we talked on my call. I'm just like, all right.
But you know what that is?
And I have to be cool with it because, yeah.
You know what, very often it's one of those things where it's like, I always know what the actual reality is, but it's like, I don't need to admit that to other people. It's, if that makes sense. It's like, I've always...
It doesn't because I've seen it, baby. Well, at least for me, it's very like, I watch it happen.
Yeah.
And I get it from, obviously from your side, because I'm usually not, or I've never been like friends with the person that you're saying more than I am with you. But I just kind of watch it and I'm like, okay, I don't like that person did that. And then you acknowledge for a second that you don't like it either. And then somehow you end up working out and I'm just like,
yeah.
Now I look like a hag. Now I look like the bitter hag that's like, you were mean to my friend.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I think the best way for me to articulate it at present, because I'm tipsy, is that I always know what like the reality of my like I'm not a delusional person. I always know what the reality of my situation is, but very often I will like move as if I'm in denial about it because I don't want to talk about it. Like I want the space to make the mistakes that I've committed to making.
Oh no, that's not even what I meant. I just mean you kind of are more of a, it's a very Gemini thing because I feel like I do the same thing all the time. But I have a Taurus moon where if I've decided I don't like you, maybe you aren't getting back from that. If me as a Gemini decides that I don't like you, you ain't, I really don't like no one once I stop liking them.
Yeah.
But no, it's more of a thing of like, it's not that I think that you're unaware or whatever. It's more that from the outside to other people, I am aware that it looks like, it's almost like the inverse of the concern that you have. I don't know if you want to keep that in. You can also leave this out because now this is actual conversation.
No, go ahead.
It's almost like a little bit of the inverse of what you have expressed to me sometimes that you know what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to elaborate on that, but unless you feel like it. But where it's almost like you get two queer people and then the little haggy best friend who was me, where y'all work it out and I'm still like the annoyed little hag at the bottom that's just like, it's like, you know when people be like, get your bitch. That's what I feel like, but I'm not going to stop because I'll bite your fucking ankles. Like, I'm actually 5'9". I could fuck you up, but it does give that sometimes in these forgiving situations. That was a weird time.
It was a very weird time.
But now I love clothes, man. So none of that matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love him. Oh, shit. Love him bad. That's my babes. Bestie. Bestie. My man, my man, my man, my baby, my baby, my baby.
No, like, I love him bad. Anyways, okay, we're over 50 minutes in.
Has it only been 15 minutes?
50.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, 50? That feels like we've been here for ages.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Sorry, that might be a mare to edit because I'm just chatting shit.
Oh, no, it's going to be... It's gonna be hell and horror to edit, but like the best.
Because the way we were chatting shit about the house name. Because even as I was talking, I was like, we can't keep that.
Oh, I'm keeping all of it in. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay. My man, my man, my man, my baby, my baby.
But yeah, to summarize, I love my man. If you see this baby, I love you so much. It's New Year's. Mm-hmm. Do you have any New Year's resolution? You know that was meant to be the first fucking. But yeah, let's talk New Year's resolutions or goals or things. Do you have anything that you are looking forward to next year? Or aiming towards?
I don't want more money. We have talked at length about this. The amount that I have worked my ass off. Worked like a dog day and night, drinking coffee from a pot that none of you want to touch. Yeah.
Shout out to Raji P. Henson.
No, shout out to Raji for real. Because you actually, this was crazy. She actually ate that scene up.
No, because she actually did work like a dog day and night for that scene.
The acting was so good. That scene. Anyway, but yeah, I've worked my little ass off this year. And
you're us saying little, don't talk about yourself like
that. But I've worked myself to the bone, went on holiday, was still working, worked literally day and night, worked on days I wasn't being paid for, worked on weekends, worked whenever the company needed me, I was working. And I want to be compensated from that because this was the thing that I was talking to Glow about, was like, I'm working so hard and still broke. And it's just not, I'm not broke, but I want more. And I think I'm starting to finally realize like what I deserve, what my goals are, who I am, who the fuck I am. Those are two separate things and they both matter equally. You know what I mean? I know who I am. I know who the fuck I am. And I think I was losing sight of those in the last couple of years. Because what did you tell me earlier about the Gemini, Virgo? Was it the mutable signs or was it the air signs?
I think it was mutables.
That are finally getting a break from 2026 on. Because I knew it wasn't in my head. I feel like I have been molly-whopped every time.
Yep.
It feels like sometimes, not always, again, the work is work and it's kind of what I'm good at. Like I'm good at my job and I enjoy my job. But it felt like every time I would even start to put my eyes to the sky, it was like the universe would just like, bah!
Yep. The last 3 years.
This is what I'm saying. It's been hell and horror. I'm just waiting for that shit to be over because maybe then I won't get scared to look up. The way so my 2026 plans are get money, get niggas, get a BBL. No.
Yeah. My 2026, very much the same. I think my 2026 is like...
You want to look like Saucy Santana.
Yeah, if I got a BBL...
Like a black James Charles.
How dare you? Out.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, my 2026 goals is literally just to like continue the work that I've put in like the last few years. I have like a lot of like big goals for the podcast. I have big goals for myself. I just want to like continue like this stability arc that I'm on. And yeah, be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a big one, is because this is the thing that I keep saying to people. I don't give a shit as long as I'm happy. Like, resolution, no resolution. I don't really care. As long as I feel genuine joy when I wake up in the morning and when I go to bed at night, I'm cool. I'm cool.
And I'm happy for you. I'm not. I don't care about my happiness. I care about my productivity. No, I do care about my happiness, but that's not my.
do.
But that's not my priority. In
If
that,
you
like,
decided tomorrow that the podcast did not make you feel joy or happiness, would you still do it?
of course.
Why?
Because because I think the reasons why I'm doing it and the way it makes me feel are two completely different things. Like, because the reasons why I do everything are like paramount to me, and it just so like, I understand that the reasons why I'm doing the podcast. If there was ever like a good like 4, 5, 6 months where it was not making me happy, at this point in my life, I would continue to do it, because I know that the end goal is also going to make me happy, if that makes sense.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I
don't do things I don't love at all.
Oh no,
I will just turn away and go do something else.
don't get me wrong. If I hate something, I'm not doing it, because I don't think I've ever really been someone who can do things that I don't like, but I can do things that like aren't necessarily like things that I like if like it's going to get me something that I like, if that makes sense. Yeah, also, oh shit, yeah. To wrap up, I would love to do a dating wrapped. You know how like every year Spotify does like Spotify wrapped? I want to do a dating wrapped for 2025 so we can put that shit to bed once and for all. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
I don't date no one this year.
In 2025?
No.
You didn't date anyone?
No.
You didn't?
I'm a virgin. I've never dated anyone. That's really crazy.
So who the fuck he was crying over?
Huh?
So who the fuck he was crying
I've
over?
never cried either.
Mm.
I'm not a baby. I don't cry about shit.
Okay, I'm gonna take that out.
No, leave it in. Anyone that thought they were seeing me in 2025, you were sorely fucking mistaken. I've been single since the day I popped out and will continue to be.
Ooh.
Fuck.
No, period, because
You think people are claiming pussy on me? Oh, hell no. Sorry. Over to the next. I don't do that.
well, that's our dating wrapped.
Yeah.
Have you? Okay.
Sorry. Fine. I'll take part properly. But also, I kind of don't remember. I think I was dating. Who was I dating in the beginning of the year? I feel like I've been dating that guy from the band. I was dating a guy from a band, and he had like health issues, and he was like, I can't see you anymore. And then did you know what's crazy? Should I even say this, because the man actually has my phone number? But what I will say though, because my dating history still a little bit makes me cry, especially in regards to the person I dated after the man in the band. I will say, I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, I mean, right now, I dated him, and then, oh no, this is what I was going to say. People keep coming back.
Yes.
That's what's happening to me.
This has been the year of
recently.
comebacks.
Like, as in, I keep getting messages from, now, if this part gets posted on Instagram, there are at least 2 people that are like, but this bitch messaged me. You don't count, baby. You don't count. Love you. Still want to see you real bad, okay? But no, there are two people that I would say we're friends with benefits. We just really like hanging out and we really like having sex, but we would never date in any real capacity. Yeah. We just like hanging out. And I think in the times that we have dated, it's become more clear why we never would. Yeah. Where it's just like very much like, yeah, this is cool, but like, when are we going back to one of our houses? Like, yeah, very that. So yeah, guy in the band, that was Wrapped Part 1. Do you remember the boxer?
Oh my god!
I dated a boxer briefly.
It's been long. It's been a long time. Hey.
that was very much in the middle. And then the overarching, while I was dating both of those people, I was dating someone else. He was an electrician and he broke my heart. Maybe on purpose. We don't know yet. No, not on purpose.
Not on purpose, but
not on purpose, but it was bad.
He's not in our good books.
And that's it. I've only really dated. I haven't really been dating this year. And I will say, my last relationship was like 2 years ago, and I haven't really been heavy on dating since then. There's no one that I've particularly liked or like really been enamored with. Guy from the band. I wasn't really that locked with him.
No, but I'd say within like our last few years, of friendship, I think this has been the year where I felt like you were dating.
Yeah.
Like in that like the guy from the band was like a legitimate prospect in that like he was somebody that you could have gone on dates with and like seen continuously for a couple months, even if you ended up concluding that.
I think his heart was about to explode or something.
Yeah.
And then the other one.
I'm trying. Do you know how hard I have that?
No, but this is my thing. Is why did you make me do this? Only so you could see.
No, like I'm tense. I'm tense.
I'm not going to talk about the other one because it's still a little bit too fresh.
And the other one can go fuck himself. That's from me. But
do you know what's crazy is that I'm trying to be relatively aware of what I say because he does have TikTok, even though he has no other social media.
Yeah.
But he has acted like a clown, and I think he knows that. So.
Yeah.
But he's not coming back.
Yeah.
If I see you, little bitch.
If I see you, I'm gonna shake my head and tut.
Yeah, because we also can't win a fight with him. He's really strong.
No.
He's so strong.
I can't. No, as in he is way stronger than me. But that does not mean that I could not injure him. Because I'm not a strength
those
fighter.
are two different things.
Yeah.
But I think he would be injured and still.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I would have like one shot, and like the one chance I have.
If you hit the king, you better kill the king.
Yeah.
You ain't getting another choice.
Yeah.
Because that man will mow you down.
Yeah.
God damn it. But yeah, anyway, that's my dating rap. Your turn.
Okay, so my dating rap for 2025, it has to start in December 2024. Mm-hmm. So December 2024, in 2024, I had met, in the second half of the year, I'd met this guy. I'm going to call him T2, right? And the fact that you actually don't even know who I'm talking about, and that's what's killing me because it sounds so much like C2, which is why I chose that. Okay, so I met T2 at an art gallery kind of thing. I had asked my crush to go with me. He was like, "Oh, I'm already going," and then I found out that he was going with somebody who is now his man. At the time, I felt really awkward and uncomfortable about this because I was going alone, and I didn't want to have to be a third wheel.
Yeah.
Long story short, my crush and his man leave, and so I'm just like alone. And there's like anything I do better alone. Yeah. In terms like if it's socially. So I was like, oh, thank God, I'm having a great time now. I made friends. Towards the end of the night, most people had gone home, and we were all drinking the free drinks. I approached this friendship group. It was like a guy, T2, and like two girls. Mm-hmm. And I just started talking to them like I already knew them because most people tend to respond well to that. And then he was just like, oh yeah, we've actually met before. And I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, I'm sure. And then the event ended. We all ended up going to chill in T2's car and just continued drinking and like stuff like that. Don't drink and drive, kids. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. Mm-hmm. And we all ended up chilling in T2's car. And then at some point it was like, okay, guys, it's getting late. It's like it's a school night, and then I was sitting in the front seat, and part of the conversation that we were talking about sexuality, and I'd asked T2 like, hey, like, are you straight? Are you queer? What's T? And he was basically just like, I'm like a non-functioning bisexual in that like I've experimented with boys before. I have had interest and I do have interest, but I'm not necessarily eager to explore. And I was like, oh, interesting. I was like, I think that's. We had a conversation about it. And the conversation flowed. We had good conversational chemistry. Now, when it came time for him to drop everyone home, I suggested that he start with the girls because I'm like, better to get them home safe first, especially because we were in my area. So he dropped them home first, and yes, it was a tactical move from me. He drops them home first, so it's just me and him in the car, and then we're just talking as we're driving. We bond over comic books and music and stuff like that, and then he drops me to mine, except he parks around the corner from my house, and he parks around my house at like, I want to say midnight. I did not enter my house until 3 a.m. and I was like 10 seconds from my front door. We just sat, nothing happened. We sat in that car. Nothing happened. I wish it happened. We sat in that car and we talked and we really bonded and I was getting good feelings about it. And then it was like, there was a bit of flirting and whatnot. And there was one or two moments where it felt like, you know, a kiss was about to happen or could have happened. But because I would have called him like DL or discreet in that instance. Because he's a discreet person, I have a thing where I have pride. So I'm like, if you've told me that you're discreet, it's going to be up to you to make the first move on me because I have pride. And also I'm like, because I'm the more free one, surely you should set the tone because you're the one who is more comfortable with their sexuality. So I want to leave it up to you to set the pace that's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Nothing ended up happening, but we did like keep talking and whatnot, and like interest grew, and then I invited him to a house party a few months later. That was a nice night. And nothing happened that I remember. I don't think anything happened, but like it was a good night. And at this point, I was like, kind of like him. And you know, that night, did we? No, that night we did speak a bit about like, you know, stuff, and he was just like, yeah, like I've accepted that I'm bisexual and da-da-da-da and da-da-da. And I was like, okay, cool. So since the last time I saw you, you are now a comfortable bisexual. So you're actively doing work.
I genuinely do not remember who the fuck this is.
You wouldn't, because I didn't talk to you about this.
Have I met this person?
I think you probably follow him, but like this was not tea that I shared with you because it really was irrelevant. And also I was in Delulu mode. And so I was like, I'm gonna just do this in silence and let everyone else find out when the chips fall where they may. So yeah, seen him the second time, things went well. And then December 2024, I went to a house party and I'd invited him as like my plus one. And you know, by this point we'd established... Oh! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because I was at that party.
Yeah, my brain forgot that was the same party. Yeah. So yeah, he came and like, you know, he took me on a little drive. I got to be passenger princess and he bought
In fact, the person that I brought to that party, should they not be on my dating raps? He's a cunt. He's a cunt.
No comment.
No. Glow hates him more than I do.
Do you know what? I hate him, but I can't lie. He's so pretty.
He's so fun.
I love watching his stories. Like,
no, he's
it's
so
my
fun.
guilty pleasure.
I made a conscious decision not to follow his like second whatever account because I was like, oh no. He posts his face so much more on this one.
I know, like I very much just like, especially because he all of his like stories and stuff very much seem like solo adventures. So it really just feels like watching someone's life with a spy hole. Yeah, it's so fun. But yeah, so yeah, that night I brought T2, and then like, you know, things went well. We spoke, whatnot. We had a nice little chat in the bathroom. We had our first kiss, and then, you know, he was talking about how like, yeah, he like feels like, yeah, I was like, listen, this can be a chill thing. This can be friends who hook up or you know, hang out, whatever. He was like, no, like, I like you and like, I want to date you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, let's do that then. Like, sure. And don't get me wrong, I was very enthusiastic about that, but I was like, I was not expecting that. And so I was cool either way. And then he gave me his necklace in front of like, the other people that were in the house at the time. I remember. Which for me, and it was very clear that we were like seeing each other. So for me, I was like, oh, that's, you know, for someone who a few months ago was like essentially DL, that's a very big move. Yeah. And that was also the night that I met the fabled, the fated bromance from January 2025. Actually, no, it's not the night that we met, it's the night that we started speaking because he was like DJing and like, I'm like, my babes must have been like somewhere else. And then I sat behind the DJ booth and I was like, what's tea? I was like, and he was like, what's up with you? And I was like, yeah, I just want to watch you DJ. I find it interesting. He was like, oh, do you? And I was like, yeah, I think it's very interesting to watch you. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, yeah, so what's your deal? He was like, what do you mean? I was like, do you like guys? Do you like girls? Like, what's your tea? And he was like, I like what I like, innit? And I was just like, oh, you know when someone's also low-key like overperforming the masculinity? Especially because you know who, like, you know thingy. I was like, oh, I like what I like, innit? I was like, okay. I was like, do you like me? And he was just like, yeah. And I was like, okay, noted. And I didn't do anything because I had a date that night. But, you know, when I did end up having a free house in January of this year, when I was still living at my mum's, that was one of the first people that I invited round. And, you know, I basically, T2 in December went to Nigeria. And when he came back, and also he has awful communication. When he came back from Nigeria, his communication became more awful because he had just started a master's. He was having issues with his car. He was looking for a new place to live, and he runs like a very successful like Instagram like business community. So he had a lot on his plate. Communication fell off. He came back from Nigeria, and I was just like, do you know what? Like, I'm kind of over this. I have low expectations, so like, it's cool. Like, it's whatever. Like, we're cool. We don't need to like date, and you don't need to like try and like atone for the fact that you can't date. I'm like, it's fine that you can't date, and I'm glad that you know your capacity. I mean, there was no official ending to that. I kind of just lost interest and then started seeing
the other one.
Yeah, I started seeing. I can't even give him a name because of him, what his name is. Yeah, I was gonna nickname him Halo. That's crazy.
That's an original, but my thing is, I was gonna suggest a name, and then I realized the name that I was about to suggest is actually his name.
Yeah.
Like name.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. Well.
Yeah, and then January this year, I had my like bromance relationship. I had a few grand of hookups as well. And then February, I spent Valentine's with the bromance, and March and April, I don't really want to talk about those months too much, but let's just say things fell by the wayside, right? Things fell by the wayside, and the chips fell where they had to fall. And then I took some space away from this friendship because I was done dirty by this person and their girlfriend at the time. They insulted me in the highest manner of insult. And I took some space out, and then I moved house, and then we made up, and then he lived with me for a few weeks and nothing happened. And I was like, okay, this is a great friendship. And then, I also forgot about, I can't even make a nickname because I was going to say JT. Yeah, I also dated somebody after the bromance situation.
No, this is where I was this is who I thought you meant when you were like, oh, I need to start in December. But then I was like, no, I know that motherfucker don't drive. Now I know, car, that never happened. And then that's when I stopped in the middle and I was like, wait, do I know this person?
No, you do, but not the person that you thought.
No. But that's what I was trying to keep up and trying to like link. And then I was like, wait, but none of this matches like what I know of this person. There was a person that you dated in the middle.
Yeah, like when stuff with me and the bromance like ended, I was like seeing somebody else, and God bless this person, like so gorgeous, so funny, so smart, just
I saw them in a post the other day, and I genuinely was like, I genuinely got a little bit of fanny flat.
No, oh my God, no, they posted something the other day, yeah.
No, it was I can't say where.
No,
but it was on a different thing.
Oh, Black Quiz Connect.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was watching the video and I was like, oh, this is so cute. This is so cute. Saw the babe. I was like,
No, like no shade, yeah. Let me keep it. But yeah.
People will find out very quickly if you leave that in though. That's the only thing.
That's fine.
All right.
This is coming out in January. But yeah, so I was seeing somebody else for a bit, and you know, it started off really, really like well, like logistically it went really well. I think this person was my type on paper. We had good chemistry at the start, and like I wanted to try and intentionally date them. I don't think I was ready to date because I think I was in self-imposed denial about the situation with bestie. I think that had drained a lot of my like, you know, when you're situation that makes you regress a bit. It made me regress a bit into my avoidance a bit. And I don't think I was ready to date. And then I think I also realized that I didn't like this person enough to date them. Like, I didn't feel consistently enough about them to justify dating them. And the thing is, it's something that had I, like, kept seeing them, we could have maybe ended up together, because I think also what I was going through situationally, like living at home and everything was contributing to that. But I was not willing to wait to find that out, because it was going to be a lot of work. And so it wasn't a thing about the person wasn't enough for me or anything like that. It was genuinely was just like something wasn't clicking for me with that person. And I was like, do you know what? I'm unwilling to do the waiting game and see if it ends up being fruitful. And I also don't want to waste this person's time, because I know that their feelings for me were growing whilst I was deliberating.
Yeah.
So that ended.
Also, shout out to that person, because I absolutely adore you.
No, yeah, we like, I love JT. Like, so I'm not naming them that. That's crazy. I'm gonna beep it out.
You have to bleep it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
that's an insane thing.
no, but like, I like generally like this person is so cool, and like we've had conversations since, and like kind of like blessed it, and like now we're cool. Like I spoke to them the other day, but no shade. You know, those first few times that I saw him after I ended things, I was like, why are you looking even? But because
I think I'm them right now. I pray. No, I don't. I don't pray about niggas. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
To the next one.
And then I guess the next time, was there someone else after? Yeah. And so I moved out, and then I thought I was gonna, be a bit of a whore. So I was on the apps and like, and and then there's somebody who is friends with my friends who I'd met like one or two times through my mutual friends, and he's always been cool. He's always been like so lovely to me. And then there was a pre-drinks that happened at my house with this boy. I'm gonna call him.
Do you know what I realized like a second ago when you started saying JT? We should have named everyone after female rappers, and then no one will be able to know who was who.
Yeah.
Might be too late now.
But
I met this boy named Nikki. I want you to say she was the second.
So anyways, yeah. So me and this guy, he came to my house for pre-drinks, and I didn't think much of it. Like we were just having a nice pre-drinks, and then I don't know if it was the day after, but a few days after, but he messaged me and he was just like, thank you very much for having me in your space, like very much appreciate it, like and I was like, because I was like, yeah, like no biggie, like like you're like a friend of my friend is my friend, like you're welcome, like feel free to come around another time. And then that's when it occurred to me that there might be some like mutual attraction there, and then I saw the babe on Hinge and liked him on Hinge. I don't know if he liked me first or if I liked him first. I don't think it matters. But I'm just going to assume that I liked him first. I liked him on Hinge. And then we spoke like very casually. It was not like... we spoke like friends. And then he posted a story with like a crate of beers in it. And like this was midsummer. I was like, oh my God, I really want these. I replied to his story. And he was like, oh, I'm actually saving these for next week, where me and mutual friend are going to drink them if you want to join us. I was like, yeah. But then I ended up working, and the mutual friend was ill, so he just showed up at my workplace, and we had a nice like impromptu hangout, and then the chemistry was good, and so we started talking. And then we were seeing each other for a bit, and then I don't want to say too much. We were seeing each other for a bit, and then the communication was a bit higgy hagga and was like triggering me. And so I addressed this with him, and then he revealed to me that he got back with his ex, who is also somebody that is an acquaintance of mine. Mm-hmm. And it just ended up feeling messier than it should have. And I think to other people, it looked like a situation where I was being messy, because I think people assumed that like I had known from the start that this was my acquaintance's ex, and that I just didn't care. The situation just ended up being a bit messy. Since then, this person has reached out to me and apologized, and like they came into my work the other day and we had a very nice conversation, like we blessed it, and hopefully, you know, we're able to like facilitate a friendship in the future because we really get along. Like I would like to be friends. Like there's no reason we can't. We both have boyfriends, so I'm not worried about boundaries or anything. But we'll see. And then after that, yeah, I don't think I dated after Kia.
No, and then you dated your man.
Yeah, and then the next person after that was my man. So here we are. And speaking of Wrapped, this episode has gone on way too fucking long. With that, I'm going to end this episode very abruptly so that we can move on to dilemmas because it is currently 5 minutes to 10 p.m.
Yep.
We are tired.
I'm not.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into the first episode of the year. If you guys have any dating stories, it doesn't have to be a dilemma. If you have any dating stories, questions, dilemmas, it doesn't even have to be about dating. If you just want to ask us something or say something interesting, link in the bio, link in the description, link in the bio, you know where to find me. And with that, I will bid you adieu. Tune in next week for #AskGlow. If you don't know, then get to know with today's special guest. Where we will be answering your problems, questions, and dilemmas. Although I have a feeling we're probably going to lean into the Reddit ones because it's the start of the year, so I doubt people will have sent me that much. But yeah, tune in next time. Thanks. Bye. 1 hour, 20 minutes.
Total?
Yep.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and because it's the first episode, I don't mind if it ends up being an hour long.
Yeah, that's all right.
And I have so much time to edit it. Not as much time as I think. Not at all.
Tsunami made